Okay, so what we're doing at the moment, or what we have been doing so far, you come into it where we've actually got our 132 cables now in trefoil formation. We have already pulled 12 cables in, which on that we had a tractor and a drum trailer, because the drums are 12-ton drums. They're very heavy drums. The pull we're pulling is just under 1,000 meters, and we're going to be going under the river to the equestrian centre, which is just further up Lea Bridge Road. To do that, there was a company came in and they've done what's called HDD drilling, which is horizontal direct drilling, and that's taken them under the river through the field at the other side to the equestrian centre. We're carrying on pulling now, and basically the way that we've pulled is we have a 6mm rope, which we use a high compressor and a pig. We will blow the 6mm rope all the way from, this is joint bay 1 to joint bay 2. Once it reaches there, we then attach what you can see here at the moment is a Kevlar rope to the 6mm rope, and then they will have a capstan at the other end, which will then pull this Kevlar rope back through the ducts. Once they receive that at the other end, we then attach a test piece to it. It's normally about a 5-6 metre test piece of what the cable you can see down there, 132 cable, and we'll pull that back through. And what we're then doing is we're making sure that there's no markings on the cable, the test piece as it comes out, so that we know that the ducts are smooth and we know that we're happy to then pull the cable. We then go again with the Kevlar, so we get the Kevlar back again, and then we have a 5-ton winch at the other end, which will have a bond on it. That bond will be pulled back through via the Kevlar rope, and once we get the bond to this end, we can then attach that bond to the cable. So the cable you see there, we had the drum sitting here on the tractor and the trailer. I have got pictures what I can forward to you. And so once the drum's in situ here, we'll attach the bond onto the cable. We use two-way radios to contact between joint bay 1 and joint bay 2, and we'll obviously talk to each other, let each other know. I would let them know that the cable's attached, we're ready to pull. They would fire up the winch at the other end and then start pulling. We have somebody in the joint bay here. We also have a drill pit just the other side of this joint bay through the river, and at the other side we've got another pulling pit, a drill pit and another joint bay. So we'd have somebody in the joint bay here, somebody on the drum, we'd have somebody in the drill pit at the other side, and somebody in the joint bay that side on the winch pulling the cable through. While the cable's being pulled, you can see down there's some white buckets. In there we have blue lubrication. What we do is we'll have somebody sitting down there throughout the whole pull, and they'll be down there with a brush lubricating the whole cable as it's going through the ducts to make sure that it's going through smooth. There's no sheath getting stuck within the plastic ducts. Once we've got the cable at the other end and we're happy that everything's fine, we would then decide where the cable's getting cut. As you can see here, we've cut the cable here just in front of the ramp, and then we would then burn what you can see on the end. There's black caps, so we burn the caps on, and that keeps the cable waterproof, stops any water ingress inside the cable, and that's pretty much where we end. And then eventually, once the cable comes from the other side to here, we'd have jointers come in and they would joint the cable. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much what we do.